Easy, how you doing? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, doing this entry to. I think this is a thread that was started by some cool guys in the UK. I saw Richard McCook doing his entry when he was showing top 10 or 10 bands with up to five studio records and showing their best and their worst album according to his opinion in their catalog. Also saw recently my good buddy Ron Haggerty, Vinyl Sanctuary, doing also his take on this thread, showing 10 cool hard rock or more extreme bands with up to five studio records. So I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to show what I have here. First, I'm not going to show. First, I'm going to start with this is the band I was considering in showing this one because, to my knowledge, they only have four records, and I thought they were they were done because two of the main guys have passed away a couple of years ago, and I thought they were done, but surprisingly, I saw that they put out a record this year. I was not aware of. They are a band from the new wave of British heavy metal. One of the early bands got some. They put out some three records in the late 70s and in the early 80s, more or less. It's chords. I was going to show them, but now they put out a fifth album. So technically they have five records, but they are still active. So that's cool. So there we have chords. You can put them or not. It depends on your take of if they are going to keep on releasing music. I have not listened to the new album by these guys, but it was a cool surprise to see them. They are still active and putting some music together. So let's go with the things I have. First, I'm going to start with one pop rock band, a really cool band from down under from Australia. They were huge, big in the early 80s. I have their first two studio albums. They only put out three albums as the band. Lately, they have reunited, but they have not recorded anything new. Than the main guy is doing. He has a kind of successful career, you can say. He's putting a lot of material. I think he must be huge in his homeland. Of course, I'm talking about Men at Work. They have three records, and these are their first two, the most well known. This is the first one, Business as Usual. This is their second one, Cargo, from these very old tapes. This is I think this is a present from Spain, from Europe, because it's on the very old Columbia label, as you can see. It's a really fun album to listen from time to time. Of course, every time the big songs it is a mistake and Down Under appears on the radio, pop out on the radio, I always crank up the volume. It's really good. And also this one it was not as successful as this one, but still cool songs. Overkill and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde it's a cool song, and the other one I can remember. It's a mistake, of course. So there it goes. Two cool pop rock band from the 80s. So let's go with another cool stuff. Here I have on cassette. This band is no longer together, of course. Fortunately, last year I think the one of the guitar players in this band passed away, and under unknown circumstances until now. Of course, the main guy and the main voice and the main guitar player is doing very well on his own. He has no intention to put the remaining band together. Although I think he could make some big profit of doing that. Well, of course, I'm talking about Cinderella, and this is their third studio album. It's Heartbreak Station. After this one, they put another one, Still Climbing, and then they disappear from the music scene many years until the main guy Tom Kiefer came back. He had a lot of issues with his voice, with his throat. He went through lots of medical issues trying to fix that. Unfortunately, he's okay now and putting some good stuff. So there it goes, Cinderella. Next, a band that only have 5 studio albums, 4 from their heydays in the 80s, and one lately that was put by the singer of this band, but it was with another with new musicians, and it did nothing in the market. They put out that album trying to sound more actual with more modern production, modern sound, and it was nothing that the fans remember of the band, or at least what they wanted. I'm going to show two cassettes. I have one of the records over there, one of the vinyls, but I decided to show two cassettes. Their most famous album, of course, I'm talking about White Lion and Pride, and the third and from the 80s, but fourth in the discography. This is the main attraction. Not as good, of course, as this one, and I think this will be if I have to rank the album catalog, this will be in fourth place, fourth spot in the catalog, but still has some good songs. Lights and Thunder, it's a good one. Broken Heart, it's a good one. Leave Me Alone, also a good one. But I think, of course, we're going to go to this one, Pride. I think that's, of course, their most famous song, most famous album. When the Children Cries, the most famous song that we don't need to listen again. This one is on Atlantic. Back from the day, we're going to a very simple J card, nothing too fancy here. So that's White Lion. Next, here we have some other cool bands. Hope you like them. I'm going to go with this one. This one was a super group from the early 2000s, and they only put out three studio albums, because I think that was the deal, that was the contract. They didn't want to do much more stuff, and I'm talking, of course, Audioslave. This is their first album, just titled Audioslave. A good one, too many songs. This one has 14 songs. Of course, we all know the tragic situation with Chris Cornell. Of course, they're not going to put the band together again. I hope so, because it will be a little bit odd and weird putting it back together. Because of course, Chris Cornell was one of the main lyricists and songwriters in this band. Although the other 3 guys from Rage Against the Machine are all well-known musicians, and Tom Morello is a great guitar player. But I think they should leave this band, rest in peace. Without Chris Cornell, it won't be the same. So there it goes. Audioslave. Next, another band that, of course, it's never going to come back again because of the situation of the main guy. Of course, I'm talking about Nirvana. This is Incesticide. An album made of B-sides and other cool songs. It's a good record. Not the one, of course. Nirvana is not the band I listen very often in these days. We all know how they broke in the music scene, changing everything that was known in the early 90s. It's a good record. It has some good songs. I like the faster version of what it is. Polly. That's a really good version. They speed it up. It's really good, and also you're gonna have some really cool songs that from time to time maybe give it a listen. So there it goes, Nirvana. Next, back to hard rock. A band that only put 2 records. This one was a I think wrong time and um, wrong type of music for this. Maybe too early, maybe too late. This one was put in 1999 by the guy, by the lead singer from Bang Tango, and the guy that was going to play guitar on Guns N' Roses. This is Beautiful Creatures. They only put two records. This is what the first one, just self-titled, and the second one, it was not so good, mostly because this guy, DJ Ashva, left the band, and of course he joined Guns N' Roses. A good. This is a really good record with a modern production of. If you like hard rock, but with a modern production, it's really good. 12 track CD. It's really good. The second one not so good, and then the band disbanded, and Joel went to do some other stuff. He put Bang Tango together with the original lineup. That didn't work. Right now, I don't know what what he's doing. And DJ Ashba, I think he's no longer doing hard rock music. He's doing EDM music, whatever that type of music is. I don't know, but yeah, only two records. This one is good one. The second one not so good. Next, let's go with this band that technically they only have four records and maybe five. You stretch it a little bit. Uh, um, this is of course Warlock. They only put four albums together with Dora Pesh leading the band. So there goes the CD. That usually happens. There is the lovely Doro. Technically, there are five because the fifth album it says Warlock featuring Doro or Doro Force Majeure, Doro something like that. But with the band name Warlock, they only put out four records. All, the four of them are really good. The first one is really raw, really hungry, really young. It's really good. When they as you listen to their other three albums, you can see their progression in writing and and developing more skill in playing music. But it's still a great band that I still enjoy very much listening to them. I still need to get the second and the third release. But there goes Doro and Warlock. Next, we're going to a band that only put two studio albums and one live acoustic record. Came from 2013, I think. Yes, this is the band that brought back into the music spotlight one of the guys that played guitar in 1987 the self-titled album from of White Snake. I'm talking about Adrian Vandenberg, and this is Vandenberg's Moon Kings. As I told you, they only put out two records, two studio records, really good, really good. It got not the sound that Adrian had with his original band Vandenberg from the early 80s. This is a little more bluesy, more yes, more bluesy. It's exactly what I'm trying to express when I'm trying to tell this kind of music sounds like. Really good, and the singer, it's really good. Unfortunately, for what I read, he had some other business in the Netherlands, so that's why he wasn't able to tour and perform with the rest of the band. So Adrian got pissed off and decided to put this band aside and then resurrect Vandenberg again with a couple of new guys. And now I think Ronnie Romero is singing with them. So let's see what it's going to end up with. So there goes Vandenberg and Vandenberg 2 and Monkey. Sorry. And next, I'm going to go with a band that only put out three records. They are no longer going to be with us again because of things that happened to one guy, and the other one is he came back a couple of years ago, put another band, and then he disappeared again. He had a lot of issues with the singer, and I don't know. It's kind of a mystery what he's doing right now. Yes, Badlands. They only put out two records, two records on Atlantic. We all mostly know what happened, what are the issues with these records, why they have not been authorized to be reissued again with all the legal issues going on. And the third one was put out in a Japanese record record label, I think Pony Canyon from Japan. So that one has been reissued many times in Japan. They have no problem doing that. But this one and the second one are the ones to get, and they are really difficult in the gray category, but they are great stuff. So that's my number 9, Badlands. And number 10, here have three bands that they have up to five records, and technically they are still active. Two of them don't know if they are going to keep on putting music together because they have a lot of internal issues. They have fights, disagreements, musically, politically, and all that stuff. Recently, one of this band was going to get back doing some stuff, but one of the main guys got some problems with his with a torn artery, not torn, and tendon or ligament, I don't know, and had to cancel everything the band was going to do this year. They are, of course, Rage Against the Machine. They only have 3 studio albums and 1 covers album. It's good, and then they have a live record. So they have only 3. Don't know if they are going to keep on making music. We don't know the issues, the problems they have. So there is one. The next one is System of a Down. This is Mesmerize and Hypnotize. A very political, controversial band. They don't get along very well in these days. The main guy, Serge Tankian, is doing, I think, his stuff on his own. He doesn't want to get back with the band doing music, and the other guys want. So they only have 5 records. The first one, the self-titled, and Toxicity, still this album, and this one, Mesmerize and Hypnotize. So who knows if they're going to get back together. And the last one is a band that I think, for what I've read and what they have told, they have another album ready for many years. I don't know if they're going to release it. They are waiting. But technically, right now, they only have 5 records. I think they will leave this category of only 5 records in one band. And it's Extreme. They only have 5. Their debut, Extreme, is one. Their big album, Pornography 2. And then you have waiting for the 3 sides of the story, waiting for the punchline. And the last one was recorded many years ago. So that is The Rock. That it was good, and nobody paid any attention to that album, but at least they put out some new material a couple of years ago. So let's hope they put out that new record that they have announced a couple of times. At least that was Gary Sharon told a couple of months ago. But let's see what's going to happen with them. So that's it. That's my response. I think I have talked for long enough. 19 minutes. I think it's more than enough. Hope you like this thread response, and maybe you can jump in this one and show some other cool bands showing their best and their worst record in the catalog. They don't have many, so it would be easy to do. So until next time, this is Christian. Say goodbye down here in Santiago, Chile. Till next time, bye.